He's the tallest man on the radio, so sit right back and enjoy the show. Flying through the air like a ballistic missile. Here's your host, Ben Kissel.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Ben Kissel channel. I'm your host, Ben Kissel, hanging out with Sheikh Darlatang.
All right, what's going on, y'all?
And Jerry Aquino.
What's up?
We have an update, kind of, on the Hawk Tuah Gale, so we've got to get right to it. This woman...
Here we go.
See, at first, Hawk Tuah, we all heard it, right? We've all...
Tuah.
Hawk Tuah, right?
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
At first, we're laughing. Oh, my goodness, some horrible old radio hosts have said that's America's father's worst nightmare to have a daughter do stuff like that. Howard Stern said that, by the way. And this is the guy who used to do anal ring toss. And now it sounds like he needs to unpucker his asshole and get a little something in there, please, God.
Seriously?
Literally.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah.
Honestly, this woman is quickly gaining room in my heart as well. Not just Sheikh Nars. She has made over $65,000 in marketing merch.
Wow.
And she is now going to trademark Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah?
Tuah.
Hawk Tuah. There you go.
You gotta practice it, Ben. You gotta practice. It's all about practicing it.
It's not on
Yeah?
to practice.
Yeah, did he practiced it a lot?
Just, yeah.
Did Sheikh just admit what he does on the weekends?
A little bit, yeah. Because he was
Yeah?
like, you're not getting it right.
Right.
It's just,
How do you do it?
try
Why don't you do it, Sheikh?
Say it with us. Let's all together. On 3.
Hawk Tuah.
Wow, he did it.
Yes, he did. And you heard it here first, folks. If you see him in Los Angeles this weekend, be like, hey, buddy, you want to go hop to it and do a little Hawk Tuah in the bathroom?
That meme I sent you.
Yes. What does that mean again?
He says, if she don't want to hawk Tuah, I don't want to talk Tuah.
This is amazing. So anyway, it's going to be in the dictionary.
Yes.
Literally, this will be the word of the year in 2024. Why not?
Why
Let's
not?
continue this sinking ship. Let's just continue as it goes down to blow each other
Enough
out.
already. Why not?
Please, God.
Acting class is gonna start using it.
Literally. Why wouldn't they? So she has, according to documents obtained by the most trustworthy of websites, TMZ, she has
of course.
filed a number of trademarks with the phrase, that's hats, she's got shirts, she's going merch crazy. She also wants to sell oral care, which makes total sense after you hawk Tuah enough.
Yeah, totally.
You probably have sores in your mouth.
Yeah.
She wants to sell...
I wasn't going to say that. Maybe she needs to just hydrate again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because she also wants to do beverages. She wants to do hair and body products.
Why?
She wants to have lubricants and...
That makes sense.
Yes. And most of all, chewing tobacco.
Because nothing waters the mouth like sticking
Yeah.
a good old piece of chewing tobacco right into the gums.
Yep.
Then you can really hawk it up.
And if you want to have the most disgusting blowjob ever,
Yeah.
with only the best gal,
Yeah.
put a little dip. She got to put a little dip in, and then you get your
And then you
penis.
can get microcrystals on your penis.
Yes, exactly. And then
Nice.
all of a sudden your cock is addicted to tobacco and nicotine, and you've got to have a conversation with it.
Yeah,
And then you have to make your penis smoke an entire pack of cigarettes in front of you until it gets sick, so it realizes
Then it gets awkward.
it's not right to do.
Yeah.
Be safe out
I
there.
love the excitement. She's a red-blooded American.
She is
Oh.
brilliant.
Back to the love again. He heard nothing for the last 10 minutes, by
No.
the way. He was just
I
thinking.
heard her
he was
charisma.
like,
I heard she's supposed to make some money.
Yep.
And this is lovely. I love this.
And this is perfect for you. You're borderline unemployed. This woman is going to finance your entire life. It's going to be
I wish I
absolutely.
was as creative as her.
My only question is, though, I believe there was a Seinfeld episode about this, but he dated one of these masseuse people, right?
Uh-huh.
So, or if you date a chef, for example, does she want to cook at home? Does she want to massage you at home? Does she want to hawk Tuah with you at home? Because now it's her brand. Now it's her business.
job.
Now it's her J-O-B, which I think was said 10 years ago.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now it is her job. So would you just be the loneliest man ever with an erection, just walking around the house, just desperately trying to get this woman to theoretically spit on it?
Yeah.
If I'm her boyfriend, partner, whatever, I wouldn't worry about that a little later and just like bask in the glory of what's happening.
Yeah.
in the moment. Yeah.
So you think that she has a boyfriend at this point, or do you think this is something that more of a single gal might say?
She has somebody. Like the first
She
part of
should
that
definitely
interview,
be single.
For now, why not? Because otherwise they're just going to take all her money. They're going to take all her money.
They're gonna
the
take all
one
their
person
money.
who's gonna take all the money.
Yes, this is her money. She's the creative genius behind it. I was just watching the documentary, as I usually do, on Stone Cold Steve Austin when he coined Austin 316.
There it is.
Says, I just whipped your ass.
Yep.
This is her Austin 316 moment. You can see the merch. You can see the signs. This woman might have a run in WWE. Who the hell knows? Her finisher could literally just be spitting on the cock of a boyfriend of the female wrestler that she's wrestling, and then the female wrestler will be so upset that she'll lose the match because she'll be sad.
Wow, that is not where I saw that going. I thought she was just gonna do that on the girl to finish that's her like finisher in the match, but that has so many other levels to it.
that's-
I like that.
That's her brand.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know where we went. Are we talking about wrestling?
No, no, don't worry. We're still talking about your girlfriend. Don't worry.
He said, "Wait, we're off topic, guys. Focus."
I was trying to make a long-winded analogy. All right. So she also wants to do hot sauces, which when I think of the old blow job, I don't necessarily think of hot sauce. But nothing is off limits.
Nothing is off limits.
She is
This girl's about to have furniture.
She really is.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want the hot Tuah chair that just has a little carve out right where the crotch is, so it's comfortable
I was
for
gonna say
the
that it's
lady's
just
head.
waterproof fabric. It just falls right off.
Absolutely.
You're hooked to it all day long.
She should run for office at some point.
I think that she probably
Now
already.
you're just milking this.
I'm not
That's
milking
not.
it.
That's
There are
not. That's
worse
ridiculous.
things have happened. Worse things have happened.
Well, we watched that presidential. We watched that presidential debate yesterday.
Mildly, like correct, accurate things have happened along those lines. Actually, yeah.
Maybe that's what happened with Joe Biden yesterday when he was dying in front of the American people. Maybe she was down there sucking that weird, long, flaccid cock.
Maybe he was just like thinking about it nonstop, like shake.
Yeah, maybe he was. So there was this guy.
I will not be shamed.
No kink shaming here at all. At all. You can be whatever you're into.
Yeah, so a lot of people want to partner with him, with her. There was this guy from Fathead Threads. A little coincidence there. They say that Fathead has already grossed more than $65,000 from selling merch bearing the iconic phase. So this is my question. She needs to first of all, she needs to lawyer up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She needs to lawyer up immediately. And if you're using this woman's brilliance and you ain't giving her the money she is owed, I got a big problem with that, Fathead.
Mm-hmm.
But they said they did this before, or they
No.
ran with it.
Also, speaking of politics, there's one hat that says Hawk Tuah 24
That's
for president. For president, and it says, and the tagline for this presidential campaign, you know what it is? Spit on that thing.
Being America?
Spit on that thing. No, America. Well, yes, and I suppose so. Anyway, that is an
Not
update.
really getting the metaphor there, but yeah, that's
Well,
great.
that's her catchphrase as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Austin 316.
Yeah.
But then also he says, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. That's their twofer.
Gotcha.
So-
Spit on the thing as the twofer. Yeah.
She's got both holes.
Shall we say?
Yes, indeed. All right, so that's the update on that. We have one.
Congratulations.
We also have an update on Joey Chestnut. So as we've talked about, July 4th is next week, obviously. Joey Chestnut is not going to be part of the Nathan's hot dog eating competition because he signed with that vegan meat brand, plant-based meat brand, and they were super pissed, right?
Yeah.
So Joey Chestnut, he's going to go to celebrate Independence Day in Texas. And he is going to have a 5-minute eating competition. It's going to be at Fort Bliss in El Paso. And it'll be very, very exciting. So there you go. So there's an update on that. Not much else, but I know a lot of people were wondering, where is Joey C going to be?
Yeah, that definitely kept me up last night.
This
Do
July
you think
4th.
he's going to be eating vegan meat?
No, we've already discussed that. There's no way that it would sit right with the human body. I
He
don't
would
think
physically
so.
reject it almost immediately. Yeah.
Yep. So this is an interesting sentence here. So there's going to be 5 competitors total at this eating competition in Fort Bliss, right?
Are they all on the same level as him?
No, but they're soldiers, so they're hungry.
Okay.
They're hungry for meat. And according to this article from The Sun, they worded it, Chestnut will attempt to eat out 4 soldiers. So They maybe don't know what that means.
In that phrase too.
Oh, Tuah. Now I'm getting it. For America? Oh, Tuah right now. America.
Oh my God.
He's trying to eat out 4 soldiers there. What an eating competition that'll be.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Family event?
Family, absolutely.
Sick.
Yes, indeed.
Literally.
Yes. 4 soldiers. All right.
Okay.
So that'll be very fun. So Joey Chestnut is still, don't worry, he's going to be eating this July 4th. And it sounds like he's going to be eating something a little bit rounder than hot dogs.
Yeah.
The male butt. Or there could be females.
Yeah, it could be. You never know.
Yes. All right. Well, let's stick with gender.
Why not?
Why not?
Don't assume it. Just read about it.
Okay. So there's a gal, and I want to hear everyone's thoughts on this. She says, I flash my boobs in New York City's tourist hotspots for gender equality. So this is what she does. There you go. We have an image here. We can pop that up there. Looks like nice boobs.
On a train.
On a train.
So she's saying the train is a tourist hotspot, not a means to travel in places.
Please, God, if you go to New York, don't treat the train like a zoo. I've never felt like more of a big old animal than when you see the fat family from Ohio and they come in and they're just like, look at that one. He's reading it. What is that? Now, that's just your typical New Yorker right there, son.
That's hilarious. I've never stayed long enough. I usually just hit them with a shoulder and then just keep moving along.
Well, she is just showing her boobs everywhere.
Yeah.
She has shown them atop the Brooklyn Bridge in the heart of Times Square.
That's nice.
Her name is
That's common.
Yes, her name is Ela Adams. And she says this is not just an act of debauchery or of, what would this be, voyeurism, in a sense?
Exhibitionism.
Exhibitionism?
That's the one.
This is an act of advocacy. Mm-hmm. She says, if men can walk around shirtless without fear of reprisal, which I don't know if she knows what it's like to be. If I walked around shirtless, there would be reprisal. It would be embarrassing. It would be horrible.
Heads would turn.
Yeah, to laugh.
Direction.
To laugh. Yeah. Oh, wait.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's what I wish. I wish they would turn away, but they would be like, "Whoa, look at them hoggers."
Whoa.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah.
How is he so tall and so wide? So she says, if men can walk around shirtless without fear of reprisal, so too should women. Now, this is something that happens, I feel like every 10 years.
Yeah.
The free the nipple thing.
Yeah.
But then you have the flip side, and obviously, you're a woman, Jerry. You can speak on this more than me, obviously.
Okay.
But it seems like then some women are like, why are you showing your tits for freedom? Then they say, let's cover up for freedom.
What? Who says let's cover up for freedom?
Well, ladies who really like hands made tail.
Oh.
Remember that when they're like, oh, we're all going to cover up now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like right after Trump got elected.
That was oppression, though.
Right.
Yeah. That's not a collective thought of saying, oh, let's unfree the nipple.
Right. But I do think there was a trend of being more clothed, specifically in 2016 when Donnie Trump. I think the people got a little bit less cleavy.
Really?
That's New York. That was the New York fashion.
New York
was like nude and show me your asshole. And then all of a sudden it was like, no, now I'm going to wear, something because I don't want you looking at me.
But it's always been legal to be topless in New York City as a woman, which is why she can go around doing that.
Not as a man, though. So she says she's been flashing her breasts on the subway, again, and atop the Brooklyn Bridge and in Times Square. She is, again, another content creator. We have so many images of her flashing her breasts.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, indeed. And it's great if you would ask her, hey, where's the A train? And then she flashes her breast and it's to the left. Because they do seem to have a small direction they're going there.
Like iguana or lizard eyes. Or what is it, the geckos?
Yes.
Yeah, the geckos.
So she spent the last 6 days granting New Yorkers a gander at her breasts. She says it's normal to be nude, which is true.
Which is true-ish.
But has it ever in human history been normal to be nude in public per se?
Especially in the subway. You do not want anything exposed in the subway to just absorb all of that bacteria and crime and grime. Oh, God, I wouldn't want to have my shirt off there.
Yeah, no,
just on principle.
Oh, I'll never forget. I was in the New York subway. I was having a horrible fucking day. It's so hot in the summer. It was horrible. The AC unit of the subway car was broken.
Probably the one train.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And I grabbed the rail and I pull it back, and it was just an entire person's cancer lung. It was so gross.
Slimy and ashy at the same time.
Oh, it was like, oh my, I didn't know that oysters ride for free on the subway.
Gross.
It was so gross. So the fact that this, to Jerry's point, you do not want to lock that nipple up on the subway.
Yeah, definitely.
Not okay on the subway, but okay everywhere else.
I suppose so. I'm not against it at all. I'm just saying, is she trying to be slightly holier than thou when in reality, you just want to show them titties?
Yeah, is she just trying to market her OnlyFans?
I don't know if she has an OnlyFans. She says, it's normal to be nude. By flashing folks as I go about my day, I'm just having a bit of cheeky fun and challenging the status quo.
Oh.
So it does seem a little bit like she's
The status quo is what? Wearing clothes?
not flashing your tits at everybody is sort of the status
No,
quo.
it's New York City. I'm just trying to find what's making her stand out here. She's not the only random person with a shirt off, male or female, that I catch. Sometimes they're just like painted fully orange for absolutely no reason.
Right.
And they're not advocating shit. They're just dancing around Times Square.
That's kind of the thing. I would appreciate her more if she didn't try to make this political. Can't she just be like, I'm having
And the
fun?
women that do it politically, they'll write something on the chest about it. Like,
Right.
Don't forget Hitler sucks.
Right.
And then they walk all the way down Central Park to be like, I just really want everyone to look at my tits and remember that Hitler sucked.
Right.
There you go.
Absolutely.
But she's not doing anything like that. She's just like, here's my tits. By the way, this is an advocacy.
Yeah.
That's it. Just by word of mouth. Just trust that.
And of course, Mein Kampf translates to Tuah.
Obviously.
That's how much Hitler sucks.
Yeah.
They all had sex with each other. You know these guys.
I guess.
But this, I think, is good for America and society as a whole. I totally agree with her in the sense that, why are we so buttoned up and prudish? Let's have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Be safe, though. And again, for her, she just needs to be aware that maybe not everyone else is going to be so sympathetic to her cheekiness.
Yeah.
And might get a little bit of a gropiness.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to be safe.
Well, I wonder what people were shouting at her on the subway. If anything.
I mean, judging by what I've seen on the subway, they usually shout, "Show me your tits."
Yeah.
So
But
they
then
probably
there's-
just
then
stay
there's-
silent.
But then there's also like a bunch of people with like Bible pamphlets saying, whoremongers!
Right. And you just put it right between her.
Yeah.
And I know how that works.
Yeah.
Bottomless. What if this article was about a guy going bottomless? How would this?
Oh, it would be a felony. He's breaking literally the penal code.
There's also a pantsless day in January in New York City
Yeah, where everyone just wears underwear.
where everyone wears underwear out for a whole day.
Yeah.
So again, all
city's
of
going
this
to
stuff
hell
for
in a
New York
handbasket.
City, nothing's really sounding like it's standing out to me.
No.
But she's really cute,
help
and
New York
hey,
City.
I'm glad she's trying to stand for something, bounce for something.
Yep, she is. I will say, we've met
Oh, there she goes. Oh, weird but true.
For some reason, though, to your point. Oh, did you not see the image?
Oh, that's Columbus.
Columbus Square.
There it is. I remember.
I feel like, because she is very beautiful,
She is.
it makes it less political.
It does. I guess that's why every time I look at her, I completely forget what she's actually standing for.
Right. I feel like if you're going to do it, you kind of got to be like the boobs that people don't want to see.
Yeah.
And then I'd say, you do that. Do that. Anyway, I didn't want to get political here today,
No.
but look at us now. All right. Well, to get a body like hers, what are you going to do?
Be born with it.
Maybe
Think she does anything else.
maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it.
Yep.
You have to go to the gym. But be very careful when you go to the gym.
Uh-oh.
Gym tragedy. Horror. The moment a gym goer is thrown to her death out of a window after she falls off a treadmill going too fast. I cannot think of a worse death than it. Like everyone's like, well, at least they died doing what they loved.
Where the hell?
She's-
How was this treadmill positioned
It was at a busy.
towards a window? It must have been positioned the opposite way, like not facing the window.
Yes, absolutely. So it took place at a gym. It was a busy gym in Indonesia. She was a 22-year-old woman. She was on the treadmill. She accidentally was like, that thing can go 12 miles an hour. And then her body was like, you can't do all that. And then she stopped briefly and got flung through the window. It was a 3rd-story gym, and she died. And it's like horrible. So it happened at 1 p.m. It was in West Kalimantan.
Holy shit.
And the whole thing was caught on surveillance footage. So the unnamed victim came to the gym with her boyfriend, who was exercising on the second floor. So
Asshole.
I wonder if he saw her. Be like, Janice, what? What happened?
Is that? Nah. Just
No
keeps
way.
running.
Did my girlfriend just fall down the third story window?
Imagine her. She didn't have any time to process what was happening at all.
No.
The craziness of it. She didn't have any time to grasp, like, holy shit, is this happening? She just, whoop.
I'd be so pissed.
She doesn't process anything. I mean, that is just pure stupidity.
What are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about?
You're blaming this woman? For what?
You're not?
I'm not. No,
You're
okay.
not?
No, I'm not. Oh,
Hold on.
no.
Wait.
I have been on the treadmill.
Yeah.
We've all been on the treadmill at some point.
All the treadmills
Don't
I've
talk
been
for
on
me.
have faced windows.
Yeah, you face the window to pretend like you're running outside, but without all the
Exactly, to
people
have,
being
like,
like,
a view.
hey, you're going slow, fat ass.
So we're blaming what? The window, the positioning of the window? Like, what are we
Whoever,
talking about here?
the management that positioned these treadmills
Okay.
directly in front of a window facing the opposite way.
But also,
What the hell
you
is that?
sort of have to trust that your clientele aren't going to go flying through said window.
Solid point. Solid point.
In America, that gym, that treadmill is getting sued.
The treadmill itself is going to be brought into court.
Yes.
Yes. So it'd be like, Tony the treadmill, how do you plead? Oh, sounds like he's guilty to me.
I'll swear it's just common sense.
You gonna put googly
Look,
eyes on it?
Life is
Have to
precious,
take the stand?
but if you're too stupid to live, I don't know. It's up to the universe to take you out. Life is precious. I'll say this.
I'm sorry for our Indonesian
Falling
listeners.
Out of a window for going on a treadmill.
Jesus Christ.
Natural selection.
She was already on the treadmill for 30 minutes, so she must have gotten a little bit tired.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
She was rushed to the hospital. She had serious head injuries, and she died because of brain bleed. Oh.
That's so sad.
The gym was shut down for 3 days, but hopefully they did what you said.
Hopefully they repositioned the treadmills so that maybe they're not super close
We're protecting
to
stupidity.
the windows. We're not protecting
That
stupidity.
is exactly what's happening.
No,
here.
we're not. The poor thing just fell out of a window. How did she know
Okay.
that was going to happen?
First of all, she didn't fall out the window. She was flung out the window.
She just fucking jogs and lightly walks for like 10 minutes on the treadmill.
Every single time. I'm
I
like,
am
oh, you want to go do
careful. I would like to get off in safe.
every single
in a
day.
safe way.
Every day. I say, what you up to, Chick? Oh, I got to get home early. I want to wake up and go to the gym. Have you ever heard him go to the gym?
No.
I have never known you to go to the gym.
No, not even
So
once.
he's just, he's a gymnast? You're somehow racist against something. I don't know
Yeah.
what. So the gym's window and the treadmill were just 60 centimeters apart. So they were just like ass to ass. Way too, so that's stupid.
And there were no gates on the windows. There was no screen protection.
No.
Because if there was a screen protection, that might have stopped. That might have slowed her down.
Yeah, anything?
Anything. The window was wide open, too.
He added, this is according to the detective, the lead detective on this case.
Brought a detective for this.
Yeah, bro, there's a dead ass body. And you already accused the treadmill of murder. So I hope that treadmill has a defense attorney, like a lazy boy or something.
So you could just walk past the body and be like, What a moron.
Yeah. Hush to it. Jake is just like, what are your thoughts on blowjobs? Oh, my brain is bleeding. Yeah, not very sexy of you.
May she rest in peace, but that was not the smartest individual.
Okay,
at all.
no, wait.
Again, we don't know.
I still need the physics about this. Okay, so she was running,
She's running.
and then her feet slip. So she goes out foot first out
Foot
of the
first.
window.
Okay. And I suppose so. Yeah, theoretically, I suppose so.
Or her feet went first, hit a wall, and then her back hit the windowsill, and then she
Right.
did like a dramatic flip over.
It's extremely possible. So the distance between the bottom of the window and the floor was merely 30 centimeters. So this whole thing is just a big ass window.
Wow,
So
yeah.
You're right. The people who designed this gym, you got to put it the other way.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Anyway, the lead detective says it's very easy for someone to fall off the treadmill and then fall down. So I don't know. Is it that easy? But I don't know.
Take detective.
Am I the detective? Because it sounds like something, it's pretty easy to fall off a treadmill. Is it?
Oh,
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Yeah, tired, you get dizzy. It is
Right.
very easy.
Well, let's ban those then. Let's just get rid of those. They say that they should put up some warning signs on the windows to be like, don't fly through these. What's the warning sign? Don't fall.
Don't fall out of this window. By the way, this is a window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So during the investigation, the gym owner said the back of the treadmill was facing the window to avoid obstructing the view for gym goers. So I don't fully understand the owner's. According to authorities, the gym had an operating permit. It was re-examined. The cops also stressed that the glass of the windows was only a few millimeters. We're really getting into the science here.
Huh.
And it was too thin for a high-rise building. Last year, evidently, a bodybuilder died after a 460-pound weight fell on his neck. But that took place during a squat in Bali.
No windows. Oh.
No windows at all.
So who do we blame here?
I'm actually blaming the gym owner for not having the proper windows.
For the infrastructure bullshit.
The dumbest setup I've ever heard for a treadmill.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then this chick is just trying to be like, I just want my boyfriend to love me.
She just wants to challenge herself.
Right. Also, the boyfriend on the second floor, you should have been holding hands the whole time. Just running.
Yeah. Honestly, girl, if you lived, leave him. Besides,
Why? What did he do?
Well, he just wasn't there for her. You know how women.
there.
She's
Oh
just
my
going to
God.
make it out.
He had to anticipate the fact that she might have gone through this.
Right.
I'm pushing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, honestly, if you were dating someone and you were like, okay, honey, remember not to fly through the window, she would be like, you think I'm that stupid, Tom? Tom, you think I'm going to fly through the window, Tom? He's like, no, never mind.
Sorry. I just thought those treadmills looked weird in their positioning, but I'll be downstairs.
Yep. All right. Well, let's move on from people to robots.
Ooh.
This story is interesting. So, number one question, when are robots going to be seen as autonomous beings? It's already happening. One robot, they're calling it, quote, a slave robot, which I think is slightly offensive to all the human slaves that have existed. It was depressed. This is true. And it hurled itself down a flight of stairs in a shock bid to, quote, end its life. So this is a real story.
Robot committing suicide?
It's a robot committing suicide. That's the robot, little helper bot.
How do you know it was
I've seen-
depressed?
Well, it is depressed because it was sick and tired of doing all this work. So the civil service cyborg said it ended its life by junking itself over a stairwell. This was in South Korea. After it blew a fuse from boredom, well, they keep on saying slaving away.
What are this?
Well, slaving away from the Gumi City Council. So they're saying it was just super depressed because it wasn't having any fun. And the Gumi Council in southeast of South Korea, they did a probe. They launched a probe.
This is a government slave robot?
Yes. It's not just for people anymore. And they launched a probe and they said the cause of death was, quote, suicide.
No.
Okay.
I
They
can't.
added you're anti-robot.
I'm anti-robot being depressed and killing itself.
Okay. So they added pieces have been collected and they're going to be analyzed. So they're going to figure out if it was on Oxy, if it was R.I.P. to Mr. Shell Shock from that band, the Butterfly Band.
The Butterfly Band?
The guy, Shelby Shell Shock, that band.
You've lost me.
He just OD'd. He committed suicide.
Poor thing.
Oh,
You know, what was that song? Come on, my lady.
Oh, that guy?
But you're my butterfly. Yeah. Sugar, babe.
Yeah.
What's the name of that band?
What is the name of that band?
Well, this is bad.
I only know that song a little bit.
No, you're off the hook. This is more in your genre of music.
Definitely more than my genre of music. Very early 2000s?
Yeah, Orange
Was
Blossoms.
it Sugar Ray? No,
No, not Sugar Ray. Really can't move on until we figure this out.
Yeah.
It was.
Y'all ready?
Yep. Yeah, the
Come on, lady, come.
Jamie and the ODs.
Raymond and the Ring Monsters.
Let's see. Let's go to cameraman. Cameraman, any idea, Blake? Crazy Town. Thank
There's no way
you.
I was gonna get that. There was no way.
How did we forget?
Y'all were nowhere.
Because it's
No, I
Crazy
wasn't.
Town.
It's Crazy Town.
It sounds like a board game.
And it wasn't indeed
Thanks,
crazy.
Blake.
Okay.
Anyway, perhaps this robot was listening to Crazy Town, started doing drugs because of Mr. Shell Shock, which I believe was his last name, and then he threw himself down a flight of stairs. So, the staff said the robot had, quote, helped with document deliveries and delivered information to local residents, with one person saying, it was one of us. It worked diligently. So, The bot was put into action last year and worked from 9 to 6. So it's just a 9 to 6. And it even got its own civil service officer card.
Okay.
So they gave it a card that said, you're an officer now. And this is just very interesting. Researchers have discovered a method to attach, well, this is going on to the next story. But South Korea has the highest robot density in the world with 1 cyborg for every 10 employees. So if robots are committing suicide, you can just imagine how many people are.
I mean, robots sound like pussies, if we're putting it into that context, because we've been working 9 to 6 jobs for decades and decades and being depressed over it. And we just, I don't know, get drinking problems over it. We get depressed, but we stay inside playing video games. We figure it out.
I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now.
You know what I'm saying?
And I am loving every goddamn second of it.
Yeah.
Although, as people know, I have to run most places because my little dog Jerry, my human Jerry, but I have a dog Jerry. I have a dog Jerry, and he freaks out if he sees horses, so I have to run everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's me. You were saying, Sharon?
I was gonna say I have more sympathy for that robot than treadmill girl.
Of course you
Well,
do.
you want to lock up the treadmill.
Yeah.
How do you think the treadmill feels about killing this woman? You got blood on your wheels, buddy.
Treadmill did not kill the woman.
Treadmill probably feels a little like Alec Baldwin.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It was playing around with its speed.
It was more of a manslaughter situation, accidental.
Right.
It wasn't on purpose.
No, if the treadmill could only blame a younger treadmill that was stupid.
Yeah. Maybe we should say that the treadmill was in a rage of passion, jealous about her boyfriend on the second floor.
Could be.
He knew that she was going to eventually hop off and go back to her boyfriend. He was enjoying it too much.
Fatal attraction.
Fatal attraction.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Emphasis on traction, which is something that she lost when she flew out that window. But you say robots are pussies.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough,
If we're attaching feelings to them, and he got depressed over working for how long? A year?
9 to 6. They are about to have active vaginas and penises and faces. So this is the new robot skin.
What?
It's robot skin. It's been made to smile. This is being researched in the University of Tokyo. It's lab-grown skin. They have 3D facial molds and 2D robots. Obviously, you pop a little AI in there, and they're gonna Hawk Tuah all over. That's what the Hawk Tuah chick needs to get, a sex bot.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be a good investment for her.
Why? She already knows how to do the thing.
Okay, well,
You want to die? She can't
appear
do
in
it
your
forever.
house every Friday night if you don't order one of those bots.
Exactly. She can't just go to. She's not Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Even he needs help. So
Mrs. Claus is handling business.
this new skin is going to, they can smile, they can shake your hands. You're really not going to be able to tell. Well, you will be able to tell the difference because there's going to be that uncanny valley. But this is the beginning of, again, more robot autonomy. And if robots are already committing suicide and we're calling it suicide, and now they're going to have skin and people are having sex with it.
Suicide. There's no heartbeat. There's you know what I mean? Like, it's not a human. There's a way for it to shut down. Sure, maybe the screensaver turned on too long and he accidentally hit the stairs and then went down. But suicide? Depression?
What would you call it, though? We need a term for it, just a term. I mean, I get you on that, but what would we call it?
A malfunction? The machinery malfunction? I don't know. Call the IT guy and fix the fucking thing. It's because, okay, the
Look at
robot
that. Look at
flies
that
off-
face.
That's gross.
You're going to tell me when this robot's face looks at you is like, Jerry, I'm sad. I need boom boom. I don't know what these goddamn bots are going to be doing. They're
I think
disgusting.
you're going to feel differently when you get a robot.
Here's my question.
Like a friend robot.
If you
That's
saw...
not fair. I named my dolls when I was younger, okay? I'm obviously going to get emotionally attached.
Yep, that's true.
That's why the humans are just assuming that it has depression and it killed itself. This is not something that the robot told them it was feeling. This is what they've gathered from it.
They're analyzing the parts. So we're going to see if there's a suicide note in there.
Right,
Just like,
yeah.
if it just has like, help me scrolled on the inside of it,
Yeah.
which is truly horrifying. Anyone who wants to be like uploaded into the AI, have you seen Lawnmower Man? No, this is not good. Question. If you saw a person being mean to its future robot, because all of us at some point are just going to have like little, teddy bots running around. If you saw them being mean, would you judge that person and think they're an asshole?
Yes. People
No,
are
you're
assholes,
you're
yes.
neutral.
I'm pretty neutral on that.
Why are you abusing the robot?
I'm kind of with Shake because it's not about the robot, it's about you. And if you're going to be mean to that robot, what do you imagine what you're going to be doing to a dog or a person? or a lion or some kind of creature.
Okay, so let's say our phones are robots, right?
They are, yeah.
Because they are. And let's say someone, not me.
Mine is a healthy diet of
Let's say
porn.
someone, every time they get really upset and when they're drunk, maybe they throw their phone. Do they hit people? No. Do they abuse animals? No. But every now and then, they'll throw their phone into the street out of frustration. Again, not me.
Confession corner.
Absolutely not. I have no idea. But hypothetically, would you judge me for that? I'm the person?
I don't, because you have just made your life so much more difficult.
Yeah.
I feel like you throw it's like punching yourself in the face.
Yeah.
It's cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Yeah.
So no, because you're gonna regret it, and the robot is like, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like,
You're not thinking, oh no, poor iPhone. How many times is she gonna do that to it?
But also, let me add to that. When I need to call you, I can't reach you because...
That's a different story, okay? My receiver's been broken for a while.
Yeah, also when it's an emergency, I looked at it, I found another hot chick online. Jerry, it's an emergency.
It's a work emergency. I need a friend. I need to call a friend. It's not... So, yeah, you're an asshole for doing that.
I'm actually totally fine with the fact that my receiver doesn't work. No one should be calling me in 2024. That's on you.
Well, they're going to make... These robots are going to start looking more human. Right? So they have this pink it's living tissue. That's what it's living tissue.
What do you mean by living tissue?
It smiles and moves. It's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
And they note that the living skin as a robot has its benefits. It's flexible enough to convey emotions. It can potentially repair itself. This is a quote from the people who wrote this study. As the role of robots continue to evolve, the material used to cover social robots need to exhibit lifelike functions such as self-healing. So you got a self-healing, pretty much a sentient being, and Jerry's just up there beating the fuck out of it for no reason in the middle of the street. I'd just be like, what did the robot do?
They're going to stop making laws because of your behavior, towards machines.
They already have.
My behavior towards machines. This one tried to lock up a treadmill. Are we forgetting that?
He's very conservative.
Yeah.
Very.
He's still living. I mean, prisons are around, still living people.
You know who's not living? The girl who was on the treadmill.
Right. The victim.
Yeah.
To that point, I do believe that if you beat up, remember when that robot made it to Philly? They were like, we're going to have a robot. It's going to go across the country. It got into Philadelphia and immediately was beat up and destroyed. There was another thing I saw where there's like this cop robot and somebody stabbed it and killed it and stuff. And those people are being charged, not the Philly robot, but the other dude. He's being charged with some serious stuff. I don't think I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
So I don't think you should go to prison just because, you beat up a robot. But of course, they're saying that the robot belongs to somebody else and it's vandalism. But I'm not getting it. If I start getting
property is a whole thing.
Why are you beating up a robot?
Because it's going to give your ass a ticket. If I get once they start ticketing, and we've seen these Boston Dynamic dogs, there's this craziness. I'll totally flip on the robot. I've already said I agree with John Connor. I'm a big Terminator guy.
I find you fighting pinball machines, being upset at vending machines, just trying to break them because it's not working with them. Of course, people are going to beat up machines and robots.
And I just don't.
Makes total sense.
I don't want to live in a world where someone's incarcerated for an X amount of years because they beat up a robot.
Yeah.
I don't want to live in a world where robots are being abused and not being punished for it.
You are just unbelievably contradictory.
Yeah, seriously.
Seriously.
I get pissed off when people drive their cars like assholes. Why are you mistreating a machine? You got anger issues, go to the gym. How about a fucking treadmill?
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's it. Come on.
There you go. All I know is the more human the robot looks, the more people are going to be like, that was wrong of you to do that to it.
That's basically it. That's the only reason they're adding smiles and gooey skin to be like, this is a person. Feel for it. It's not, but that doesn't mean that it is. Just because it really looks like one.
Technically, this is an intelligent conversation.
Technically.
I don't know what happened to that.
Conversation of our time. All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening. Update. Shake. I thought he was going to Boston next month, but he's going to be here, so he's just going to be on the show. So it'll be us three next week as well.
Until he decides to go to Boston.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Whatever that is.
I got to go to Boston. He's been saying he has to go to Boston. You lie.
I'm playing it by ear. Playing it by ear. That's
all right, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Here's your host, Ben Kissel.